When a person show you who they are and y'all part ways, man, cut those ties, man. Let them people go. You could love them, but you gotta love them from a distance. Because a lot of times we'd miss a person, bro. Somebody we was actually cool with, and we'd think they change, and they'd tell us they change. And we'll bring that person right back in, and they do the same thing over and over and over again. And they'll tear down what it took you years to build. So a lot of times, man, you got to love people from a distance and protect your own peace and your own spirit, because people will drain you and bring you down for real. Fella, got to follow that gut feeling. That is your inner spirit. That is God speaking to you. Sometimes we just know things and don't know how we know it. Some people we just don't like. We don't know why we don't like them. We don't know why we don't want this person around us, but we just know. And sometimes they could talk and flatter us, and then we be like, man, I'm tripping. Then we bring that person around and they do something so foul. You be like, I knew I ain't like that person. I knew it. And that was God saying, stay away from that person. They mean you no good. I done been in so many situations where my spirit was telling me don't do it, but my mind and trying to please this person end up doing it and end up setting me back and causing tragedies in my life. So when you have that gut feeling, you follow that gut feeling, because that is God speaking to you for real. People are slick. People are good with words. People know how to play on your temptations and tell you everything that you want to hear with hidden agendas and bad motives. So a lot of times we listen to that person tell us all the good things. We gonna do this, or I change, or I got this, or we gonna do this, or whatever. Man, you got to take people on their actions, because people will tell you anything. I believe love is an action, faith is an action, and our expectations on people should be in actions and not listening to what they talking about for real. Message to my little homies, be correctable. Be correctable. When you're trying to be the best version of yourself, you have to accept correction from somebody who's trying to be the best version of themselves. Because what happens is we know we full of shit. We know we on and somebody will call us out on that. But instead of us accepting it and self-checking ourselves, we want to go back and forth, argue and debate. Or we just want to get away from that person and congregate with the weak weasels who accept us for being a weak weasel and just put up with our and sit there, complain and make excuses in our own weak weasel circle. And now we're a weak weasel for the rest of our life, when somebody could have brought out the greatness in us who won't correct us anymore. They'll let us be a weak weasel and bump our head over and over and waste a whole bunch of time and a whole bunch of energy, and we'll be stagnated from the rest of our life, because that little correction they could have gave us or keep giving us could have took us to the next level of our life. I had read somewhere that people with great minds discuss ideas. People with average minds discuss events, and people with small minds discuss people. And one idea could change our life for the better forever. But we waste too much time talking to people about people and things that won't take our life to another level. Blessings come with persecution. Any type of success in our life come with persecution. And the moment we take our eyes off of what we should be doing and we focus on the persecutors, it is a distraction. The moment we ask or try to see why the person throwing stones, and we go back and forth with them, it would distract us. It will block our own blessings. And so a lot of times when you walk into your greatness and being the best version of yourself, you cannot go back and forth with the people throwing stones or the people persecuting you for real. We got to watch who we let in our inner circle. People come around you and play on your temptations, say all the right things, do all the right things, and in 1 second, they can destroy what it took you years to build. One monkey can stop a show. One bad apple can ruin a whole bunch. And one weak link in the chain could break the whole chain. And a lot of times we bring this person in, confide in this person, give them responsibility and access to everything. And they didn't even have your best interest, and they would tear everything it took you years to build down. So we gotta watch who we confide in, and we gotta watch who we let in our inner circle for real. One thing I learned this the hard way. You cannot allow an old flame to burn us twice. And I'm not just talking about a relationship, but I'm talking about a friendship. I'm talking about a partnership in business. A lot of times we do business with a person and they burn us over and over and over again. And then we separate from them, and then we just remember all the good work they did, all the good times, and then we go back years later and be like, damn, that's why I ain't deal with that person no more. Or even if we leave our hometown and we start missing our loved ones, missing our people, then we go back like, damn, that's why I left there. Or we even deal with a person in our past, like in a relationship, and then we go back because we think about all the good moments and the good times, and we be like, damn, that's why I don't deal with that person. So a lot of times we go back to situations, and then we realize that's why I left those situations. So a lot of times we have to leave the past and move on with our life for real. One thing I learned this the hard way. People will inconvenience you for their own convenience. People will make you uncomfortable for their own comfortability. And they don't look at it like, man, he a good dude, man. He being a blessing. They look at you like you cream, like he's sweet. And they will use you and use you and use you up till you used all the way up. And now you don't have enough energy to do what you was put on this earth to do. You don't have enough energy to be the best version of yourself or run your own race because this person used you up and they not even grateful. They look at you like you dumb. And so a lot of times, to keep us resenting the person from using us up, sometimes we have to tell people no, for real. All it takes is one conversation for you to get close to the right person that could open up doors you couldn't open for yourself. One conversation could change our lives forever for the better. One conversation could prevent a war. One conversation could prevent a breakup or a fallout. But a lot of times we expect people to read our mind. Or a lot of times we expect people, they should just know that. No, one conversation can help a person see it from your perspective, or you could see it from their perspective. And so we need to have conversations with people because conversations can change our lives and the people's lives around us for the better, for real. And when we destined for greatness, a lot of times God has to make us uncomfortable in our current situation. I was reading somewhere when baby eagles in a nest, the mama eagle rearranged the nest and start putting sticks in, so when the baby eagles start growing, it start getting poked and get uncomfortable and make it want to get out the nest. But if that mama eagle left that nest big and comfortable, man, that eagle would never want to get out that nest and live his own life and fly. And so a lot of times we be in jobs or around people and we don't supposed to be there anymore. So it get real irritating, get real hard. And that's just the situation, being uncomfortable. We outgrew it. And a lot of times if we comfortable and stay comfortable in that situation, we would never leave it. So a lot of times discomfort be a blessing for real. Whatever we do in this physical world is seeds in the spirit world that manifest in our physical life. Our words are like seeds. It's just not no sounds coming out of our mouth. It is seeds to the spirit world that manifest in our physical life and grow a harvest. That's why scripture teaches us life and death is in the power of the tongue. Our thoughts is just not something going on in our head. Our thoughts are seeds to the spirit world that manifest in our physical life. That's why scripture teaches us, as a man thinketh, so is he. Our actions is like seeds to the spirit world that will manifest in our physical life. That's why scripture teaches us whatever we do in this world, we will get back. We call it karma or the golden rule. That's why we treat people the way we want to be treated. So everything we do, our thoughts, our words, and our seeds will grow in our life. Whatever we do, we will get back. If you plant corn seeds, you're going to get corn. You're not going to get tomatoes. So if your thoughts, your words, and your actions is always negative, negativity going to grow in your life. Everything we do is seeds, and it will grow a harvest in our physical life for real.